Do you remember that cartoon with the pink dog, the old nice lady, and the annoying old man that all lived in a house in the middle of nowhere surrounded by endless desert? The cartoon that taught us everything about courage when we were kids, and well, that also traumatized some of us for life? I mean, I will still be a bit scared if I rewatch some of the episodes of that cartoon again, you know? What do you mean, what cartoon? I'm talking about Courage. Courage, the cowardly dog, the only pink dog that exists on the planet, and in my ears. Yes, I made those earrings especially for this episode, as a token of my appreciation and, well, as an offering to be sure that none of the monsters from that cartoon will come and haunt me at night. Better be safe than sorry. I'm very passionate about mysteries, legends, and old customs that people believed in and that in a way shaped how we behave, think, and maybe act in certain situations. And believe me, in Romania, because if you haven't guessed from my accent, I'm a Romanian at heart. But in Romania we have some crazy traditions, but we'll talk about them in some of the next episodes. Because today we will uncover the true myths and legends that inspired Courage, the cowardly dog. Hi, I'm Cristyque and I would like to welcome you to Uncovered Stories, where we talk about strange myths, legends, and the hidden stories behind your favorite TV shows and video games. So offer a like and a subscribe to join the conversation because legends and secrets are better uncovered together. I don't know about you, but I like from time to time to revisit old TV shows and cartoons, especially during my lunch hour. Mostly because I can't really find something good to watch, you know, and because most TV shows nowadays have 1 hour long episodes.
Boring!
Like, it really takes dedication to keep up with the story and remember all the characters from season 1 when you've reached maybe season 20. But maybe that's just me. And one of those cartoons is Courage the Cowardly Dog, a cartoon that my parents didn't really allow me to watch when I was little. They said it's too weird and they wanted to protect me from all the violence and the weirdness of the world. Well, that really didn't work out because you have to educate your child about everything before he or she finds out how twisted the world is, and they lose almost all faith in humanity.
I don't like where this is going.
But anyway, this is a conversation for my therapist, not for you guys. So, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Have you seen the show? And if you did, which is your favorite character or episode from the series? I'm torn between cats. Shirley, because I believe deep down she cared for Courage. Her also being a dog, maybe, who knows? And Queen of the Black Puddle. I really liked the domestic aura that embraced her, reminding me of Știma Apelor, the Romanian version of Ariel, let's say. Yeah, but it's really hard to choose a favorite character from the series. They all have interesting stories behind them and different meanings that I can really understand now at this age. When I was watching as a child, yeah, you're right, I didn't listen to my parents. But when I was watching the show at that age, I couldn't really understand that much, other than the fact that Courage really loved Muriel and Eustace was just a douchebag. It's so weird for me to pronounce his name Eustace when I'm used to calling him Eustache, you know, the Romanian version. It sounds a bit funnier, so I'm just gonna keep using that one. He doesn't deserve to even be remembered anyway, if you ask me. I guess we all needed a character to hate besides the monsters, so we got Eustache.
Stupid dog!
Most of the characters were inspired from shows such as Jaws, The Exorcist, Fantastic Planet, or even real-life legends. An example of a character inspired by real-life legend is King Ramses. Do you remember the creepy episode King Ramses' Curse with the odd 3D character that kept saying "Return the slab! Return the slab!" to Eustache?
Return the slab.
What?
Return the slab.
Yeah, that one was really creepy and oddly designed. and it looked kind of cheap, not to mention that he was only shown as a shadow or alone in all of the frames. Kind of gave the untouchable energy. You know what I'm saying? And John Dilworth, the creator of the whole Courage the Cowardly Dog series, said in an interview that he traveled through Egypt at one point and was so impressed by their whole culture and seeing it so close that he wanted to integrate part of it in his show. And he took inspiration from the Egyptian curses that pharaohs had put on their tombs to explain the importance of that tablet that Eustache was keeping for himself, hoping it would make him loads of money. Well, it gave him loads of curses in the end, so maybe it was a win for him. I was very happy when Eustache was punished in that show, every single time. And also the episode Courage Meets the Mummy, in which we find out that Muriel was this old Mayan princess in a past life. Now she's the only one that can change the unfair fate that the mummy has. The mummy being the royal baker, because Puba, the royal advisor, Eustache in the present, was stealing from the princess cookies and had blamed the baker, the mummy. You can see the inspiration that the episode has from the movie The Mummy and also from the Mayan culture. The pyramid in the episode is based on El Castillo from Mexico. Or another monster that was inspired by real-life legends would be Weremol from the episode Night of the Weremol, based on the legends of werewolves. And as the legend says, once somebody is bitten by a werewolf, he or she transforms into one, which is exactly what happened to Muriel in this episode. Even though Courage was also bitten, he remained the same because, well, he already is a dog and dogs are domesticated wolves, and he was partially, maybe 10% already a werewolf that loved his mother. The cure to become human again is to be fed hair from the weremol that infected you, which was a common medicine they used in medieval Europe against people who were bitten by werewolves. The old cure, though, referenced a plant named wolfsbane that they had to eat back then to recover. So maybe the hair took the place of the plant in the show. Whatever, you get the idea, I hope. Another interesting character that you surely remember is Fred. You don't know who Fred is? He is Muriel's weird and creepy nephew that visits them from time to time. He's also known as being often naughty. And even Eustache believes that he's a freak, saying that the freak is a barber, a freaky barber with his own freaky barber shop, where freaky things happen, freaky barber things. What kind of freaky things happen in a barber shop, I'm asking you? What do they do there? Do they get naughty with a beard? Do they take their hair down? Do they reveal too much skin? Huh? Actually, you know what? I don't think I want to know. Maybe I do. Only if you have some kind of insights, you can leave them down below in the comment section. Just out of curiosity.
Stop it. Get some help.
So Fred, Freaky Fred, that was actually the name of the first episode in which he appears. He's suffering from trichotillomania. Yeah, that's actually a word that resembles an obsession with cutting or shaving people's hair up to the point of leaving them bald.
What the fuck?
All of Fred's compulsions with cutting the hair of every living being are similar to those of a serial killer. He also started on small animals and moved on to people. And it is said that the inspiration for Fred was actually Sweeney Todd. You know, the fictional barber who murdered his customers with a straight razor. Fun, right? I still cannot fully understand how this was on Cartoon Network being advertised as a kids show. It has so many horror and violent elements in it, and it's not just scary, it's full-blown horror and dark at times. Even though it also teaches us about different traumas and how they can impact our lives as we grow older, look at Eustache and the way he speaks and behaves with courage.
Stupid dog. Stupid dog! Stupid dog!
It resembles the relationship he had with his father, because his father always called him stupid boy, and now he's always angry at the poor dog and calls him a stupid dog. Take for instance the episode The Tower of Dr. Zalost that presents the depths of depression and sadness. Even the name Zalost means sadness in Croatian. And the whole episode represents that impulse that everybody has. If we are unable to find happiness for ourselves, then we don't really want others to be happy as well. I mean, come on, everybody does that. At least once. We did it once. I can go on and on and on about the correlation between some episodes and real-life legends and stories, but the most interesting part about the whole series is that it might have been inspired by a couple that actually existed. Yeah, and there are several stories that I found while digging on the internet. Just like Courage. One urban legend says that the home where Courage and his family lived was based on an actual place that was located in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. And another one talks about Muriel and Eustache being inspired by the Pattersons, William and Margaret Patterson, a couple that lived in El Paso, Texas. Apparently, the location is about 100 miles from Truth or Consequences, so maybe, who knows, those legends could have some truth in them. Everybody describes the Pattersons as being quiet and pretty private with their lives, Margaret being a small and generally nice woman, and William being described as a mean, grumpy man. The curious thing about this couple is that they had allegedly reported many times that they saw skinwalkers before they disappeared. The couple, not the skinwalkers. In 1957, skinwalkers are basically evil and shape-shifting spirits, kind of like the King Ramses from the cartoon. Some say they were spies and they lived this double life, others say they were abducted by aliens or even killed and buried deep beneath the house. Nobody knows what happened to the couple, not even today.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
One other legend says that the show could be inspired by the story of the Toy Box Killer, David Parker Ray. If you don't know the whole story about him, spoiler alert, he was a serial killer that drugged, abused, and tortured his victims in ways I cannot describe. His story is pretty intense, extremely disgusting, and is something that I wish nobody ever experiences in their present, past, or future lives. It's really dark and overwhelming. If you have the curiosity, you have to check it out yourself. And some fans of the cartoon saw a small resemblance between David and some villains from the cartoon that also used to brainwash and abuse their victims. But not in the same way though. The truth? Nobody knows. Nobody can say which legends are true, which aren't, and also the show's creator never admitted that he took inspiration for the cartoon from those legends. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but the similarities are there. What do you think? Do you know any urban legend or myth that you recognize in the cartoon Courage the Cowardly Dog? If so, let me know in the comment section down below. And also, if you want me to talk about another topic, you can also share your curiosity in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed today's video and don't forget to offer a like and a subscribe because legends and secrets are better uncovered together. Thank you for watching, take care of you, and I hope you have the courage to follow your dreams and needs if they don't involve hurting someone else. Just making sure, you know. And see you again next time. Bye!